my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to start a series of makeup classes. Yes, so if you were to attend a makeup class, this is how they will teach you to do different basic stuff. So I am planning to start with basic stuff and then gradually go into the more complex areas of makeup. But one of the most important things is your eyebrows. Your eyebrows are the frame of your face and really define whether or not you look nice or if you look like a complete disaster. And this also will lead me to clarify that if you have noticed in some of my pictures, I have no eyebrows. What I mean by no eyebrows is no hairs left. And it's not because I like to twist them all out and shape them. It's not the case. I actually suffer from alopecia in my eyebrows. So I wanted to clarify that. And I know that there's many people with this condition. There's also people who are suffering from cancer and they lose their hair. And there's also people that just really had a very bad eyebrow day. So whichever is your condition, or if you're just wanting to learn how to really perfect how to do your brows and learn a little bit, I think this video will really help you with that. So if you're interested, just keep on watching. I really hope this tutorial will help you if you're suffering from alopecia like me, or cancer, or if you just treated way too much your eyebrows, or if you're just looking for different ways to do your eyebrows. So to start, I'm going to try to explain you if you were taking a beauty class, how they explain to you when you're going to do your own eyebrows or somebody else's eyebrows. So the first thing that I'm going to demonstrate here is the technique using pencil. So I'm using my brow widths from Anastasia. This is my pencil, and the color that I matched to my color of hair is soft brown. Now the way, and this is very much universal to draw your lines and to use stencils. You need to map 3 points in your face to make sure that your arch and the shape of your brow is consistent with the features in your face. So the way that you're going to do that is by using something that is long and that is that can help you to have a line, a straight line. Not because you're going to draw straight lines, but because you need this. So you're going to go into a mirror where you can look completely straight to. So here's my mirror. And I'm going to go right in the center of my nose. And I'm going to go to the side of it. And where it falls, if you see, here is where it falls. Center of my nose, it falls here. So right where it falls, I'm going to draw a dot or a mark. Then I'm going to use that exact same place, which is the side of my nose, and I'm going to look straight, and this should go right across my pupil, right across, and that is another mark. Then I will go right to the complete widest part of my nose, and I'll just go to the end of my eye, and here is another mark. So you have 3 marks. This is 1, 2, and 3. The one in the center meaning the arch. Now the way that you draw your brows with pencil is by connecting these 3 points. If you had brows, it's very easy because all you have to do is fill in and then shape where the arch is supposed to go and then come back to lower the arch. Since I don't really have much left, I have to remember or imagine or really visualize how I want my brows. So the way that I always go in the morning is I'll start by feathering in the color and connecting the dots. So all I do is feather in until I get to the first point, and then from this point I'll go down to the next point, like that, and then I'll come back to the other side, which is the lower side, and this should go parallel. So I'll go parallel until I reach the arch point, Make sure you reach that arch point. Like that. And then I'm going to do some strokes until I fill in my brow. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You just want to do some strokes over there. And that kind of helps you to make it look a little bit more natural in the fact that it kind of resembles hair. Once you get to that point, you're going to go right where that arch should be, and I'm going to go down. Now there's a tiny gap over there, so all I have to do is just do a little arch to soften it, and then go here. You see how easy that was? That's pretty much what I do every morning. I kind of just tune and do, and that's pretty much it. Now all I have to do is get rid of the marks, and here's my brow. Now once I have the shape, I want to make it look a little bit more natural, so I am using, this is brow powder from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is in soft brown. It has two colors, so that really helps me to give an optical illusion of two colors, as your natural eyebrows are not just one color. So I would come back and dust in and feather in some of this product to make it, you know, look a little bit fuller and more natural. So all I do is basically go over it. Like that. And now I'd like to perfection it with a little bit of concealer, and this step is very important. You want to match a color that's very similar to your skin. I'm using Benefit Boing, and this is color 2, and this is a very close match to my skin tone, so that's important. And I'm going to use a detail brush, and I'm going to go on the top and on the bottom, just kind of erasing anything that's out and perfectioning my brow. This really makes it look very, very nice, and I like to do this every morning, so you kind of become a professional and master it with time. But at the beginning you need to take your time, so I'm going very slowly. I'm just erasing a little bit of anything that was left out. And once you have that, I'm going to use, this is my Sephora Airbrush Concealer. This is number 57. And I'm just going to blend that concealer into my skin. And there you have your brow. Now the last thing that I want to do is come back with my spoolie and come in a diagonal way to not erase but soften a little bit that shape, so it looks a little bit more natural. And there you go. I'm going to do exactly the same way the other eye. So there you have it. This is one of the fastest ways once you become a master and practice enough, so you can actually just do your 3 dots and draw your brows and finish them up with concealer, and it makes them look quite natural for what I like, and it's very, very easy in the morning. Now I would like to also share something that I like to do when I do have a little bit more of time to do my eyebrows and make them look more pro, and that is by using stencils and a pomade. So let's go and start learning another method for doing your eyebrows like a pro. Alright, so for this method you are basically going to use the exact same technique at the beginning, which is the 3 points. And I'm going to map my eyebrows really quickly because you already saw how I do that. Those are my 3 points. Now, Anastasia Beverly Hills has very nice kit of stencils, and she has all kind of shapes and widths of eyebrows. And I'm going to show you, this is the high arch. This is very high and full eyebrow. Then she has the petite arch, which is a very small and thin, also kind of eyebrow. Then you have the medium arch, which is kind of a medium-sized brow. I also use this a lot. And then you have the full arch. This is for people that actually have a lot of brows or very full brows. And the one that I like to use the most, which is the slim high arch, which is high as it says, and it's thin. It's not very thick. Let me show you. This arch comes with the 3 points that I just explained to you. And I'm sorry this is dirty, but I'm going to dirty it even worse in a bit. So as you see, point 1, point 2, and point 3 are the ones that I have marked in my face. So the way that you're going to do this is, and I'm probably just going to swipe it really just a little bit so I don't mess up my full face, although I'm not wearing foundation. You're going to place point 1 in the first, point 2 right there. So here, point 1, point 2, point 3, and 3 fingers. You see? That's how you're going to hold it. Now, I'm going to be using for this a pomade that it's very famous, and it's from Anastasia. This is the Deep Brow Pomade, and I use color Blonde. This is how it looks like. It's very similar to a gel liner. And for this, I'm going to change my brush. I'm going to use angle brush, and I like to use the Anastasia brush that comes with it. So this is the tip, and it has a spoolie, so it helps also blending out. Okay, so I'm going to use my 3 fingers again to just hold the stencil in place. I'm going to pull my hair back, and I'm going to go with the product, and you're going to use the pomade. Apply a tiny bit at a time. You don't want way too much product all at once. You're going to use it to fill in the skin that's in there. Now you want to make sure that you're filling it in nicely, but with no way too much product. You don't need that whole amount of product. A little bit goes a long way. And then make sure that you go here nicely as well. If you push it, it kind of stays. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. But right now it's staying, so that gives me another hand to work with. Okay. So that gives you your brow. Now, what I like about this is that you can work with a product while it dries and give yourself a nice arch and work your way in. Now, the good thing about this pomade is that I have to admit that once you put the powder in, it looks way better than just the pencil and the powder. It really does. I'm erasing my dots here because they're just guides. So there you go. That's exactly how your brow will look like. Now that you have that, make sure that you close the pomade because it will dry out on you if you don't. Now I'm going to apply the same concept that I applied with a pencil, and I'm going to use the same duo, which is my soft brown. I'm using a detail brush, and I'm just going to go over with a lighter color because the other color for me is a little bit too dark when it dries on the pomade. Now I'm going to do exactly the same thing that I did first with the pencil technique, and it's perfection it with a true match to your skin tone kind of concealer. So I'm just going to go over it So to me, I would say that this is a little bit more natural looking. Okay, so that's pretty much. I really hope this was helpful for you guys to understand a little bit of the options that you have to do your brows and to make them look a little bit more natural, if you will. Just remember that it is very important that you start tweezing from the arch outwards and not here. This area is as a holy grail. You should not touch it much. Just the little hairs that grow out, but don't shape it from there. It doesn't really go this way. Alright guys, so that's pretty much what I wanted to show you. Right now I'm not wearing even foundation, so excuse the face, but it was more like a real instructive class than just a tutorial. I really hope this was helpful for many people who have suffered from alopecia or cancer or that just had a really bad brow day. So really hoping this is helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, on Facebook. I recently opened an Instagram account. Yay! So I'm learning how to use it and I'm trying to keep that Instagram account a little bit more personal. So if you would like to follow me there, please find all the information down below on the description box and thumbs up if you like the video. I'll see you guys all next time, and until next time, bye bye.